Have you ever noticed someone that you're into giving you mixed signals? Like one day they seem super flirty and into you and the next they want nothing to do with you? It can be the most stressful thing, you know, because if they were just into you, you could be assertive and just ask them out. Or on the other hand, at least if they weren't at all into you, you could just take the hint and get on with your life. If this is a situation that sounds familiar, it's possible that you were being benched. Strung along, led on, there's a lot of different titles for it, but essentially what it means is that you're being kept close, but not too close in case they suddenly decide they do want to be with you. Basically, they're just leaving their options open, which quite frankly, sucks for you. It's something that I think happens to everyone at some point in their life. So today, I thought I'd talk about how to recognize if you're being benched or led on, and also how to maybe try and turn the tables a little bit and make them realize that they need you more than you need them, even if that's not always the case. But make them think it so that they decide to be with you and just cut out all the nonsense. So first of all, how can you even tell that you are being led on? I mean, maybe they're actually into you and are just bad at being direct, or maybe they're not into you at all and you're just really hoping to find signs that they're flirting. So to determine whether or not this is happening to you, there are a couple big giveaways, but a lot of these things on their own don't really mean anything. But if they're doing a lot of them, then odds are you're getting led on. Like, for example, probably the most common one is if he takes forever to text you back. And I'm not talking about like 1 hour or two. I mean, he really takes his time getting back to you. Or he just doesn't reply at all. And for the record, if he's constantly not replying at all, you either have the wrong number or he is definitely just not interested. But hey, congratulations. You're not stuck in purgatory like the rest of us. Another sign that he's trying to string you along is whenever you make plans, he bails last minute. Maybe it's the first time the two of you are finally gonna be alone together, or it's the second or third time that you guys are hanging out one-on-one and it just totally catches you off guard. But either way, bouncing last minute is the easiest way for him to not let you get too close. And sure, maybe he'll apologize and try and make it up to you. But if he keeps on making excuses and being too busy, then he's probably just trying to keep his distance. And finally, if you start suspecting that maybe he is leading you on and you start being a little more distant and being ready to walk away, if he is leading you on, one of the best signs is when you start walking away, that's when he comes back and fights for you and makes it seem like he is interested, only to back off once he has you again. It is a super manipulative game to play, but if you see him flip-flopping between being hot and cold, at least now you know what he's up to. So on to the most important part. How do you break the cycle? The easiest answer is that you just walk away completely. No matter what he says or does, you tell yourself he's playing way too many games to be worth your time anyway. And you are not wrong at all to do this. In fact, in 70% of situations, I think this is what most people should do. I know for me personally, if I start getting any signs that some girl's benching me and making me feel like a secondary option, I'm out of there so quickly because I know I deserve better. However, maybe you really know this guy and you truly believe that if somehow you were able to be the center of his focus, he would forget about everyone else and be a good guy and just focus on you. And if that is the path that you want to try and take, I might be able to help. The thing with leading someone on is he'll only do it if he suspects that you're interested in him. And the second that there's doubt is when he'll come after you and be flirty like we talked about because he doesn't want to lose you. So you need to be the no-nonsense, direct person that you want him to be. And just call him out on all this BS. And just end all of these stupid games by calling it out. Like when he texts back a day or two later, don't tell him it's okay and not to worry about it. Tell him that you were this close to giving up and now he's got to make it up to you. If he bails on your plans last minute, tell him that is strike one. Or if it's the second time, strike two. And strike three, he's out. And if you give up and he comes crawling back trying to win you over, honestly, just straight up tell him to get real or leave. Because you do not deserve or have time for any of that crap. The point here is that most of the time, you can't make an immature person mature, or turn an indecisive person into being decisive. And you especially can't make someone like you if they're just not sure. Sometimes you just have to make the decision for them. And honestly, it has happened to me where I've completely given up and walked away, and the girl that I was into realized her mistake and realized that she missed out. I was civil and nice to her, we stayed friends, but I dated other girls because I wasn't gonna waste my time with that. And over time, she got jealous and became into me, and after like a year, we started dating. And that was one of my longest relationships I've ever had. So yeah, if it's meant to be, it'll happen, but you just can't force it. Anyway, that was it for today, but thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a big old thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comments if you've ever been led on and how you found out. Last week, I asked you guys what were the nicest things you've ever been told by someone that you liked. So on screen right now are my favorite comments from that video. And remember, if you want to have your comment featured next week, make sure you leave one down below answering my question I just asked. So then maybe I'll feature you. I want to give a huge Instagram shout out to Emma for commenting on like 4 of my Instagram pictures in 1 minute. I didn't even know that was possible, but you did it. So thank you, you're dope. Also, Riley, who I think thinks that I'm her father. She seems lovely, but nevertheless, I hope that that is not the case. I am way too young for that kind of responsibility. And lastly, Brandy, who definitely literally liked every single photo of mine on Instagram. So I don't know how you have time to do that, but God bless you. So go follow those 3, and if you want a little Instagram shout out from me, make sure that you're following my Instagram and really active on there. You know, maybe turn on notifications so you know whenever I post stuff. And yeah, I'll shout out 3 people in my next video. My Instagram handle is just Andrew Quo. Link will be in the description below, so you know, get on that. And yeah, you know, if you're active, maybe I'll feature you next week. So lastly, subscribe to me so that you never miss an upload. Turn on notifications if you haven't already. Click over here for more advice videos if you still want to figure out how to get your crush. And with all that being said, I'll see you next week. Peace.